Can I use NLP to combat my depression? NLP is very effective for helping you change your feelings, create lasting results, and improve your emotional baseline. By that I mean is the emotional feelings that you have on a consistent basis. Yet there isn't a one-stop magical cure when it comes to depression. And the first thing I'd say in terms of if you're looking at using NLP, whether you're going to an NLP practitioner or using NLP on yourself to help alleviate depression, is you should always, when it comes to depression, is get medical advice. What I'm saying here does not represent medical advice. But with that said, how can NLP help you if you do suffer from depression? Well, one of the big things that NLP is very good at is helping you change your thoughts. From an NLP point of view, would say as in somebody who has depression, with respect, does the behavior called depression. And by that I mean is that you have certain habitual thoughts and feelings that you experience, and perhaps up until now you may not be aware that you're able to influence those thoughts and feelings a lot more than probably you've been previously told. And so what you can do when you use NLP to combat depression, so to speak, is that you can learn to retrain, re-educate your mind-body so that things that currently cause you to feel down or depressed or to have crappy internal dialogue, etc., that you can change those thoughts and feelings so that you start producing more of the thoughts and feelings that are consistent with, for example, feeling okay or feeling pretty good. You're not required to feel bad indefinitely. One of the things to get when you use NLP consistently and over time is that you find that your emotional baseline, what you feel on an ongoing daily basis, can improve and lift. And little things that used to bug you before, or stuff that frustrated you and annoyed you, that you can change them. It does require practice. Oftentimes, particularly if you're using NLP on yourself, it's something that you constantly have to pay attention to. For example, if right now I'm here in this lovely area in India beside a pool, and if somebody came along and they kept walking back and forth behind the camera, I could choose to get annoyed if I wanted. It would be natural. I could go, well, God damn it, they're ruining this video. Or I can also choose to just go with the flow. That's somebody walking behind the camera, and not actually be bothered by the fact that that happens. See, that's the cool thing, is that one big thing you get in terms of when you really apply NLP on yourself is that you are at choice. A lot of the time you're able to directly influence your thoughts and feelings. And therefore, if you're looking to how to use NLP on yourself, and particularly in terms of to help combat depression, to use that expression that the questioner submitted, is start by becoming aware of what are the thoughts you have on a habitual basis. You may have what Tony Robbins would call incantations, or incantations, which is life shit, what's the point, everything sucks. These kind of expressions, and said with intensity, will cause you to feel certain negative emotions. And if you do it all day, every day, what you're actually doing is mastering the art of making yourself feel crap. Now, if you're watching at home and you're kind of going, this is insulting or it's upsetting because you're somebody who suffers from depression, please understand that that is not my intention. What I'm saying though is that you've practiced the habit. You've got into the habit, and we all have. As human beings, it doesn't matter who's watching this, and also myself included, we have habitual ways of responding, of talking to ourselves, of feelings, and the more you do it, the more you practice it. The more you practice it, the better you become. The better you become, the quicker you can do it. Therefore, in terms of making yourself feel good or bad, is something that you can do with practice. So maybe if you're thinking about using NLP today, is start to identify what are, because there almost certainly will be. In NLP, we presume that in order for somebody to have a thought, there is a neurological connection going on, there's a stimulus going on in the brain and body. And therefore, if you're feeling bad, there is certain behaviors that you are doing. You may not have been doing them consciously, but there are certain things that have been going on in terms of feelings, things that you've been saying. So the first thing is identify what they are, and second thing is choose to change them. So again, if somebody was to walk behind the video here and I was to notice it and get annoyed, I might stop, break my state. That means literally do anything. I could just throw my hands up in the air, I could throw the chair behind me, I could take a breath in, whatever it is, but something that interrupts the previous state of frustration, annoyance, and replaces it with something else. So you interrupt the state, and once you've interrupted the state, then you decide where you want to redirect the behavior. And from this point of view, I might go, that's amazing, that guy, that person has walked a second time behind the video, and you know, what is their thing that requires them to keep walking behind the video? But hey, I'm not going to get bothered by it. See, by using your own thought and mind and your feelings intentionally, directing them because you decide that's where you want to go, you can start conditioning in, wiring up new behaviors, new emotional responses. So try it out. And again, if you do suffer from depression, as always, as I say, you know, do seek out medical opinion, but at the same time, feel free to investigate for yourself how you can take control and better influence this state and this seemingly habitual state called depression. If you'd like to learn more, please go to www.nlptimes.com and you can find out more about NLP and also resources we provide there.